When I was a kid, I would always see things I couldn't explain, and hear things. I was around the age of 8 or 9, and all I could do was watch TV. I didn't have any friends, no devices, or anything. One day I was watching SpongeBob, in my SpongeBob chair, and I got this feeling something was watching me. I turned around and this thing covered in clothes was approaching me. Of course, I ran out of the room in fear. I told my mom, and of course, the typical parent is gonna say it's your imagination. I don't think it was my imagination. This isn't the only thing like this that happened to me. I think the house was haunted. When I was in elementary, I was obsessed with toys, cartoons, and movies. That's all I had. Like I said in the previous story, I was alone. I had one older sister that rarely talked to me. My mom was working a lot. I got no attention, so all I could do was imagine. One day after school, I stole the sheriff from Cars and Lightning McQueen. I'm not sure how it fitted in my bag, but it did. I went home and, like your average kid, I went to play. My memory is vague, but all I could remember was the cars starting to circle me. I got spooked out. Like I said, I think the house was haunted. I ran out of the room, and when I came back they were dead like Toy Stories. I picked them up and ran to the trash can outside and threw them away. I never saw the toys again. The storms rolled in late at night and little Charlie couldn't sleep. The thing is, Charlie was an explorer and he loved his compass. It made him feel safe and secure, and like the world could be his. So as the storm crashed and ravaged his home, he held on tight to the compass which he believed could guide him through anything. Hours went by, and the storm still raged on. Charlie clutched his compass tightly and walked downstairs in his house, where the storm seemed to be almost entirely quiet and gone. It was pitch black outside, and Charlie was scared. He could see clearly out the window, into the pitch black darkness. As Charlie looked at his compass, it pointed northeast, like it was beckoning him to go. However, little Charlie knew better. He knew that his mom and dad would be mad if he left. However, Charlie heard his compass speak to him. It seemed to be coming from all around him. "Go see the world, Charlie. Follow me." Charlie got very excited and clutched his compass tight. With the compass metal pressed against his cheek, he walked through the front door onto the dry wooden porch. The compass guided him into the thick woods behind his home, and little Charlie, at only 5 years old, entered forested labyrinth. The little boy clutched his compass, but the voice was gone. After he left his home, his compass stopped talking to him, and Charlie was sad. He figured his compass would talk once he followed it to where it wanted to go. Unfortunately for Charlie though, the woods goes on for miles, and there wasn't anyone around, and there wasn't going to be. As the door closed behind the little boy, his parents crawled out of their room, making sure their son had left. His father unplugged the speakers from his room, while his mother shut off the recording going on downstairs. His parents shared a loving embrace, and his father said, "I can only hope he won't realize it's bone dry out there." They share a laugh, sit down, and celebrate their twisted victory. As their son walked into his future grave, they watched their favorite movie and had their favorite bottle of scotch.